What's up, YouTube? I got another carts review for you. It's also an exotics. Now, I've heard a lot of bad things since I did the previous exotic carts review. And a lot of what people were saying was they're counterfeit because it doesn't have the actual corporation, like I was saying last review. If you remember right, I was talking about how it doesn't have the medical charts, the strain that's in there, the exact strain. It just has kind of a flavor. It doesn't have the medical chart on it. It tells you how much. It also doesn't have any corporate name. Like a lot of cartridge containers you get will have the dispensary's name at least, if not a website. Oftentimes a phone number, their information too. A lot of information about how it was made, like whether they used a press or butane or propane. And you're not seeing any of that on the exotic carts. If you look closely here, this doesn't say anything important. It just pretty much says, in compliance with Proposition 215 SB 420 section, blah 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 blah. Do not drive or operate heavy equipment. Keep out of reach of children. Unlawful to redistribute. It's actually what it says, folks. I'm not even gonna lie. Unlawful to redistribute at the very bottom. Alright, but it does say 1 gram. It looks like they do have an Instagram, guys. They do have a way to contact and complain or something. It looks like it's just an Instagram. But yes, I've heard a lot of people saying these were counterfeits. They'll kill you. People are putting chemicals inside of here. And folks, I looked into it, okay? I looked into it and I digged around deep. I digged around actually from about the time of last video was posted to about the time this video was posted just today. And I think I got to the bottom of a lot. People are keeping these packages and selling them in the bulk. In the carts too. So what I'm thinking people are doing is I heard people are opening them without actually tearing this seal at the top. Saving the packages. Well, when I heard that, I looked it up. I looked packages up. I looked up packages of exotic cart empty packages for sale, like I was a person looking to buy them. And sure enough, I ran into them in bulk for sale on the internet, folks. Empty packages with the seal still loose, and they're cut at the bottom. It was the side or the bottom that had slight cuts on. You were supposed to melt them shut and then press a cut over, like a cutting board. Or just cut with scissors when you melted it. I mean, the way they explained to redo it closed sounded pretty dang legit. But I'm still sticking with my opinion. I get mine from a reliable source. I know, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with mine. I'm going to stick with my original hypothesis the last video. It is still a 10, man. It's still a 10 on a 1 to 10. It's at least an 8 or 9. It's still one of the better vapes I've ever had. And I've been vaping for a while. It's nothing, you know. This one right here is mimosa flavor. If you see right there. The back right here, all that chart stuff. First one says lab tested, then all natural, then no PG, PEG, or VG, which is really good, folks. Which is really good. If you don't know what that is, go to my YouTube page and scroll down my timeline and you'll see it. It's actually, the privacy is actually public on that post, so you can see it. There's an article on what shouldn't be in your weed and what your buds should actually look like if they didn't use these chemicals. And then the bottom says 100% dank, but I figured I'd go over it with you real quick. I did hear a lot of people talking about how bad these are and how awful they are and how there's fake stuff in them, they're counterfeit. Those are actually not actual exotic carts. I think those are exotic cart packages and maybe even the cartridge. But I think people are messing with them. I don't think they came from the original source when you get the ones that are like that. Okay, folks? I've been going to the original source or very close to it for a while and I've never had a problem. I actually highly advise these as long as it's from a reliable source. Anyways, let's say. Good shit. This one's actually a hybrid. This one's mimosa hybrid. If you remember right, the last one we did was apple fritter sativa. I liked apple fritter a little better, but I like the hybrid effects better. So I mean, it's weighed out. I'm gonna take another hit with you guys and leave it at that. I wanted to tell you I did get to the bottom of all the disappointment in the exotic carts, the Mario carts, and all that. And I think that's when it's not from the original source and people are messing with them. I looked around, found them for selling bulk and packages and carts. And that's all I wanted to say tonight on the exotic cards, folks. Thanks again for tuning in. Like, subscribe, feedback, always welcome. You already know. Thanks, YouTube.